Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we are talking about the Anker 767, and it's a very nice unit. It's got some real pluses and it's got a couple of negatives. The numbers are all good. They're exactly what you would expect from a modern power station. LiFePO4 batteries, 3,000 cycles, 5-year warranty. So it's going to last you a long time. 2400 watt inverter, that's very good. 2048 watt hour battery, again, that's very good. You can attach one battery to it. That'll give it 4,050, something like that, watt hours. But you can only add one. Both the EcoFlow and the BLUETTI will allow you to add more. But you can add one, and most of us aren't going to add more than one. So that's good. It's all the numbers are good. It's got a 30 amp service. I think that's really important. Some of us will never be in an RV, so we don't care about a 30 amp service. If you might ever be in an RV or in a cabin, then an RV 30 amp service is a really good thing to have. Really convenient. It has it. So that's pretty good. The EcoFlow does not. Delta 2 Max, which is their 2048, does not have one. So that's a big knock against it and a plus for the Anker. And I like the Anker name. When they contacted me and said, hey, can we send this to you? I'm giving it away. I'm not keeping it. I don't have room for a great big thing like this. I'm set for power systems. So they sent it to me. I'll test it and I'll give it away. I've been using it about a month. I have a pretty good idea of what really is going on with it. So when they emailed me and said, hey, would you like to test this? I said yes, because I am a huge fan of Anker products. I've been using Anker products for a long time. They're little battery banks, you know, the little 10,000, 20, 28, 30,000 milliamp hour battery banks. I use those all the time. In fact, when I need to buy a new cable, USB-C or whatever, I buy an Anker. I buy their name specifically because they're high quality. My experience with all Anker products has been very good. Really high quality. So that's why I took it. I've done tests on the BLUETTI, the EcoFlow, and now the Anker, and they're all great. I can't honestly tell you one is better than the other. They all have advantages. They all have some disadvantages. So first, let's talk about the pros. The numbers are all good. It's just what you want. 2048 watt hour battery, 2400 watt inverter, that's very good. It's got all the standard outlets for ACs. That's very unusual. 2 cigarette lighter plugs. It's the only one that I know of that has 2 cigarette lighter plugs. That can be important to you. The 30 amp and a total of 4 USBs, 2 Cs, 2 As. Very good. That's just what you want. They're 100 watt Cs, so that of course is what you want. It just has it all. It does it all. It uses an XT60 to take solar. It'll take 1,000 watts of solar. That's completely enough. 1,000's adequate for everyone else but a really big high power user. Yeah, it's great. It works just exactly the way they say it works. One thing they all offer now is super fast AC charging. This will charge off of AC at 1,440 watts. So it'll charge from 0 to 80 in like an hour. Look up the numbers. Compare the 3 big ones and look up the numbers. So the big 3 in this size range, the around 2048 watt hours, the BLUETTI AC200L and the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, and then this Anker 767. They're all great units. They all have pluses, minuses. I can't really tell you. One of the negatives to the Anker is it's big. It is really big, and it's heavy. It's the heaviest of the 3. Of the 3, the Anker is biggest, heaviest. EcoFlow is the smallest, lightest. So if that's important to you, if you're going to have to move it occasionally, and that's a struggle, then the EcoFlow's got an advantage. One place where this beats the others, beats them silly, I mean just head and shoulders superior, is quiet. They all have a fan, and they all come on. And this is the quietest of them all. I mean, it is phenomenally quiet. And that's a pretty big deal. If you're living in a van, a small rig, something where you're sleeping, say, 5-10 feet away from one of these, it makes a big difference. The BLUETTI is the loudest. It wakes me up. It wakes me up. I'm aware of it. I go back to sleep. I can't even hear this. And I've been sleeping in a car with it, and literally beside my head, and it doesn't bother me at all. So if noise is an issue, the Anker's got them all others beat. Because it's big and heavy, it's on wheels. You can see it's got wheels right here, and it has a handle that pulls out. So that is all a plus. That all adds up to be a plus. It's the heaviest, the biggest, takes up the most space, but it also, because of the wheels and the handle, rolls around pretty nicely. It's kind of a plus in itself. What can I say? It works really well, and it's got, of course, the Bluetooth app, and that works great, works fine. They all work fine. Of the 3 apps, I think the EcoFlow's got a slight advantage, but that's not anything to make a decision on. They're all perfectly fine. The one advantage to the EcoFlow is that it's developing an ecosystem. In other words, they have an air conditioner, and it ties into the same app, and so it works together better than it would with any other power station or any other air conditioner. And so that ecosystem is helpful there. They also have a alternator, which works specifically with their power stations. So it talks to the alternator and listens to the alternator. They're smart. They talk back and forth, and they treat your alternator really well. It'll last a really long time. You'll never run out of power. Not only that, but if your starting battery ever does run empty, it will go backwards. You can start your alternator, your starting battery from this, because it's communicating. They're smart. They can go either direction. It's really a big plus. And finally, they have a generator, a gasoline propane dual fuel generator. It's 2,000 watts. I love the thing. It talks to the EcoFlow system. The power station that will say the Delta, let's say, for example, will tell the and their generator, dual fuel propane gasoline, has electric start. So the power station can tell the generator, hey, I'm below 30%. Start and charge me. It turns itself on. You may not be home. You may not be anywhere near it. The generator will start. It will charge it up to 100%, and it will turn itself off. Fantastic. I do have a generator and the Delta too, and it's fantastic the way they work together. I'm really impressed with that. So they're developing an ecosystem, and that gives them a big plus. They're very noisy, and they're small and light. That's a big plus. So, it's, which one should you buy? That's what you're saying. Oh, Bob, drop all that. Tell me what to buy. Buy and price, really, truly. Unless the ecosystem is really important, and you like that. Also, EcoFlow has a fridge, and so the fridge and the power station will talk to each other. So if you want that ecosystem, it's like Apple. A lot of people love Apple because of the way everything works together so remarkably well. EcoFlow is developing that. Otherwise, buy them on price. They go on sale all the time, and I think retail is the highest on the Anker, but it'll go on sale and it'll be the same as everyone else. So unless you really care about the size, which this one's bigger, and noise, but this one's quietest, so which is more important to you? I can't answer that. Those are the 3, and the Anker it's a great choice. You will not ever regret buying any one of those 3. It's just which one has an advantage and a disadvantage, pros and cons. That works best for you. We are so fortunate to have these 3 great companies making fantastic units, giving us a choice. No one has it all, and no one is really bad. None of them are super great. None of them are super bad. They're all going to work for you to some degree. You buy any one of them, you won't regret it. So buy it on price. That's my bottom line, is still with any one of these. The noise, the quiet really speaks to me about this one. That puts it ahead in a really, really important feature if you're in a small rig. But if you're in a small rig that's so big, maybe it won't fit. I can't tell you what's important to you. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. It's a great rig. Works perfectly. No problems with it at all. Does everything you would hope it would do. You won't be disappointed. Well, I know I kind of hemmed and hawed there. I tried to do the best I could for you. Buy and price really is kind of one of the things. Few features really important, buy those. So if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you on the next video. See you then.